Welcome to the Buddy Martin Show. I'm Tyler Corley, and I'm here with Toombs County High School head coach Buddy Martin. And Coach Martin, thanks for being here with us on this very special week for the community. This is Vidalia week. We play the Vidalia Indians this Friday. But first, before we get into all of that, let's talk about last Friday when we took the trip to Savannah. First ever matchup with Savannah Country Day. Got out of that one with a convincing win. I'm sure you didn't see everything you wanted to see, but given the situation that we were in the 2 weeks before the game and everything, played hard and played well and got out of that one with a big region win. So can you talk about what you saw from your team in that one and what we've been working on in practice this week?
Yeah, sure, man. Thanks for having me. I think we were really excited to go play. You just kind of feel like it's been you start the season off rolling and you feel like things are clicking and you're getting better, and then boom, you have a storm and you're 3 weeks out, and then we worked really hard here to keep our team together and to keep working and to be able to get them together through that time that we were out for the storm. But still, it's 3 weeks of not playing, So there were some things that we were a little rusty on, some personnel changes, some special team stuff. Timing was off a little bit here and there. We missed some communication on some coverages defensively, but our guys played hard and they were excited to be back out there. I think I told Savannah Country Day's coaches this out. I thought they did a great job preparing for us. I thought they had a really good game plan together. But I think you could see the difference in a team that hadn't played for 3 weeks and a team that had been playing. It didn't affect them as much over there, and they were able to get their games in. But I was very proud of Davin Wadley had a big night running the football. I was very proud of our offensive line. Savannah Country Day they were jumping in and out of three different defensive fronts, which can be very tough on those guys up front, those offensive linemen. So I was proud of how they communicated and how they continued to work all night long, to allow us to run the football as well as we did. The passing game wasn't what we're used to seeing it being, but Savannah Country Day did a good job of staying deep, staying over the top of the routes, so you didn't see the long completions that we have against other folks. But and then defensively, I thought they came out in an empty set, which we hadn't seen a lot of from them on tape. Had seen it some, but really didn't expect them to just completely abandon the run game and go empty and kind of chunk it and dunk it all over the place. And so definitely something that we look at coming back. Hey, that's an area of our game defense we need to work on. We need to figure out maybe the best personnel, the best matchup, the best coverage, the best way we're going to defend that moving forward. And then I think special teams kicking game was off a little bit. We didn't punt it as well as we had. We didn't kick off extra point field goals, and I think that's just comes with a 3 week layoff. And but went back to work this week. Like you said, it's a big week, very familiar opponent, and us and Vidalia, we both know each other very well. Usually not a lot of surprises in this game. It's who's going to execute and who's going to make the plays when a play needs to be made. And so we're excited about being at the pit. One of the things I tell a lot of my friends, especially people back in Florida that aren't from Florida, don't really know. I tell them, Georgia high school football, Toombs versus Vidalia in the pit needs to be on your bucket list, because there's nothing like it. Nothing like it. It needs to be on your bucket list to come up to the pit and be a part of that game at least once. And I think when you come once, you want to come again. And you got to get a Billy Burger while you're here, right? It's part of it. But yeah, we're excited to be played last week. We're on the road back in the pit this week against Vidalia. It's going to be a fun night, great atmosphere.
Looking forward to Vidalia this week. What are you guys preparing for? What are you looking at seeing from them this Friday? Yeah, well, they're a wing tee. Coach Garvin does a great job. With how they prepare, how they work. They're going to line up in the wing tee. They've got a really big fullback, and if they're going to try to get him going and kind of 3-4 yards, he'll break along one every now and then and keep the chains moving. They want to keep the ball from you offensively, so they want to hold on to it and move the chains, eat the time of possession, and try to make it a low-scoring game. They're solid defensively again, and I think that's
one of the really big things Coach Garvin's known for is how well he prepares defensively. They're very solid. They play hard. They're going to play cover 3 and try to keep us from throwing the ball down the field. We've got to take stuff underneath that's open and get it to our playmakers and let them make plays and run. I think we got some special guys that, I think at the end of the day, it's going to come down to, this is kind of, you can say this is generic, but I think when you go into a rivalry game, you can take records out of it, you can take all that stuff out of it, and it comes down to what teams make plays when plays are needed, and then which team can limit the amount of mistakes. And I think that's, when you get momentum, you want to keep it and hold on to it. But momentum is one of those fickle things that can change very quickly, and then you're behind the 8 ball there. And so we want to come out. We want to start hot. We want to start fast. We want to get the ball to our playmakers and let them do their thing. And then defensively, we got to shut their run game down. And we did that last year. And then they beat us over the top several times because our safeties started sticking their nose in the run game. And they play action and beat us over the top. So we've got to stop the run, but also, keep those safeties out of there so they can play pass. So hopefully we can do a better job of that this year.
Well, we've talked a lot in the past about keeping the team focused. This week offers a plethora of distractions in the community. Maybe not as many as in years past because we've moved like the community pep rally to later in the season that would have normally been like this Thursday. Right. And everything. But how do you keep the team focused and ready to play on Friday? As we go into the latter half of the week.
Yeah, I think one of the things I learned a lot from Coach Marsh. The 7 years that he and I coached together here, and one of the things I learned from him is every game has to be of the utmost of importance. Every week during the season. You have rivalry, you have a Toombs Vidalia, and we know it's important to our communities. But for us as the team, if we're handling week 1 against Doherty County and week 2 at South Effingham and week 3, if we're handling those games a certain way, and then we get to the Vidalia game and now we're gonna be more focused. We're gonna go out there and coach harder, or we're gonna spend more time watching film. We're gonna change our practice schedule because this way's better. Well, why wouldn't we be doing that every single week? And I think that's one of the things that, Coach Marsh harped on that with our coaching staff and with our players that, this is a rivalry, and we want to win, but we want to go prepare our best to win week 1 and week 2 and week 3. So, we talk a lot about limiting the distractions and being locked in and focusing, and you're coaching teenagers, so you got to do that 24/7 anyway. Mm-hmm. But we do that every week. So I would say, for us, we don't. If we're coming into any kind of game, whether it's Toombs Vidalia or whether it's we're playing Rome, who's ranked up in 5A, or now we're in the playoffs, or now we're in the state championship, or whatever, and now we're amping it up, or we're changing something, or I need to do a better job week 1 of doing that. So, we talked to a lot of our guys about focusing in. Obviously, we don't beat around the bush with things. We talk about the opportunity to be distracted. We talk about the opportunity to be riding up and down the road and doing things that are going to hinder you from being at your best. And we challenge them not to do that. Not to be the guy that's going to be distracted and cause another teammate to lose focus. But we talk about that every week. So I think that's the harder challenge. Is I think it naturally comes in a week like this, because I can say that all I want to. I know everybody's a little bit more amped up for this one. Mm-hmm. I get it. The challenge becomes doing it. Can we do it week 1? Can we do it week 2? Can we do it week 7? Can we do it week 10? Can we continuing to chase your very best every day? It gets tiring. It gets exhausting. You want to relax. You want to take your foot off the gas pedal. But when you're chasing after being the very best you can be and being the very best team you can be, I think the best ones understand that, and they're able to find a way to continue that work. each week.
Looking at the rest of the athletic department as a whole really quickly, softball on to the second round of the playoffs. They'll be playing today. And then we're continuing to roll into winter sports with those sports doing tryouts and starting practices. Can you just give us an athletic outlook?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's pumped by our softball team. They've had a phenomenal regular season. Finished the season the overall number 1 seed out of every school in our classification in the state. So we hosted, first round playoff game last week. We hosted Putnam County, beat them pretty handily in game 1 and game 2. And now we play, in round 2, we play Heard County. Thursday at 3 o'clock will be game 1. Game 2 will be shortly after game 1 finishes. I know Heard County is traditionally a powerhouse in softball. Coach Brandt and I were talking about that last week. They've won several championships in the past 5 years. So, we need all of Toombs County there to support them, and it's a great opportunity for our softball team at home, 3 o'clock on Thursday. We're excited about that, and so proud of those girls and those coaches. Our cross-country team's still running. They're gearing up for the sectional meet, which is November the 2nd, which that'll be here on our cross-country course. That's a special opportunity for us to host a GHSA event like that, and we're excited about that and the work they're doing. You and I were just talking about our esports team and big win that y'all had last week over a ranked opponent from a much higher classification. And proud of the start that the seasons y'all continue to have, but definitely proud of our esports guys and gals and the start that they've had this year. Wrestling's gearing up. They're getting started. We've seen them out running and lifting and rolling around in the mat room. And our basketball teams are getting rolling. They've completed tryouts, and they're getting geared up to get their season started. And just excited about where we are. We had a cheer competition. Went and watched our girls cheer last Saturday in Statesboro. They've got another one this coming up Saturday, and they're just talking to Coach Tilley. They keep improving and keep getting better, and I think that's what you look for there. But no, they thought they did a good job. So things are rolling. We continue to press on, and very proud of our student athletes and our coaches.
Well, thank you, Coach, for being here with us on this special about a week. Be sure to get to the pit this Friday, 8 o'clock. Be loud and proud for the Toombs County Bulldogs in our rivalry game. And even if you're from another town, don't have a dog in this fight, please come and join us at the pit Friday. It will really be something to see. Get a Billy Burger. Until next time, this has been the Buddy Martin Show. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and go Dogs.
Go Dogs.